So, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. We are the Group 7, Week 9. At ang kasama ko po re-report is si Miss Ericka Torno at si Miss Mheryl C. Bulalacao. So, bago po ang lahat, tayo po ay panandaliang manalangin. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, ng Espiritu Santo. Amen. Lord, salamat po sa panibagong araw na ipinagkaloob mo na naman po sa amin upang maipagpatuloy po ang aming gawain at tungkulin sa eskwelahan. Salamat po dahil patuloy mo po kami ginagabayan, tinutulungan sa pang-araw-araw. Dalangin po namin, Panginoon, na patuloy mo po kami i-bless at pagkalooban ng kakayahang matuto sa buhay. Ikaw na po ang bahala sa amin, Ama. Ang lahat ng ito ay itinataas namin sa iyo, sa iyong anak at sa banal na Espiritu Santo. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak, ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
So, magandang hapon po, sir and classmates. Ang napili nga po naming current event is Mayor Sara Duterte withdraws re-election bid in election 2022. So, noong Martes nga ay inihayag ni Davao City Mayor Sara ang kanyang pag-withdraw sa re-election bid for the 2022 elections. In her Facebook post, sinabi niya din na si Vice Mayor Baste Duterte ang papalit sa kanya together with loyal Melchor Quintain as their bet for Vice Mayor. Si Vice Mayor Sebastian Duterte noong araw ding iyon ay withdraw ang kanyang re-election bid para sa pagka-vice mayor. So, dahil nga sa pagka-withdraw niya ni Mayor Sara sa kanyang re-election bid, na madaming speculations ang kumakalat lalo. Ang mga speculations na yun ay kung tatakbo nga ba siyang vice president or president sa 2022 election. Some groups and personalities have been pushing Mayor Sara na tumakbo bilang presidente sa 2022 election. Sa ngayon po wala pa naman po siyang sinasabi kung tatakbo nga po siya or hindi. So yun po. Next. So, magandang hapon po ulit. Ang report ko po is tungkol sa Article 24, Legal Assistance and Indemnification of BAC Members. Section 72, Private Legal Assistance. All the members of the BAC are hereby authorized to engage the services of private lawyers or extend counsel immediately upon receipt of court notice that a civil or criminal action, suit, or proceeding is filed against them. Sabi nga po dyan, ang mga BAC members ay may grants or karapatan na makakuha ng private legal assistance para maipagtanggol ang kanilang mga sarili sa mga anumang kaso na ihahatol sa kanila. Para din ma-ensure ng gobyerno na mabibigyan din ang mga BAC members ng proteksyon sa anumang legal actions na kinakaharap nila. Para din maprotektahan sila sa mga unnecessary loss, damage, or injury. Next po. Section 73. Indemnification of BAC members. The GPPB shall establish an equitable indemnification package for public officials providing services in the BAC, which may be in the form of legal assistance, liability insurance, and other forms of protection, and indemnification for all costs and expenses reasonably incurred by such persons in connection with any civil or criminal action, suit, proceeding to which they may be or have been made a party by reason of the performance of their functions or duties, unless they are finally adjudged in such action or proceeding to be liable for gross negligence or misconduct or grave abuse of discretion. Sabi nga po dyan, katulad ng sinasabi sa Section 72, ang GPPB or Government Procurement Policy Board ay dapat makapag-establish sila ng indemnification package or yung compensation sa mga back members. Yung nakapaloob doon sa indemnification is yung nagpo-provide sila ng free legal assistance, liability insurance at other forms of protection. Katulad ng medical assistance kung sakali man na magkaroon ng gulo o magkapisikalan. Pero itong mga ito ay may general condition. Katulad sa free legal assistance na dapat ang back members or back support staff is hindi nahatulang guilty sa gross negligence, misconduct, or grave abuse of discretion. Sa liability insurance naman, the insurer ay dapat magbayad para doon sa damage nila dahil sa suit na inilatag para sa mga back members or back support staff during the policy period. At lastly, sa medical assistance, ayun nga, dapat provided itong medical assistant para sa mga back members or back support staff kung sakali mang ma-involve sila sa pisikalan dahil sa duties na ginagawa lamang nila. And another explanation po is, ang indemnification na ibibigay ay para lamang sa kaso na may covered ng settlement. Hindi sa kaso na sira talaga yung credibilities or yung pangalan mo. Katulad ng kapabayaan, maling pag-uugali, or kaya naman ay pang-aabuso sa resulta ng bidding. Yun lamang po.
Good afternoon, this is MaryRose and next topic naman po natin is Article 25 ng Final Provisions of Republic Act 9184, also known as the Government Procurement Reform Act. Section 74, Oversight Committee. There is hereby created a Joint Congressional Oversight Committee to oversee the implementation of this act for a period not exceeding 5 years from the effectivity of this act. So, explain po muna natin what is joint congressional. From the word itself, congressional or Congress, ibig sabihin po, yung bubuuing committee po dito is manggagaling po sa legislatures natin sa national, which is yung House of Representatives and Senate po. So, meaning, joint congressional committees includes membership from both houses of the Congress. So, ang bubuuing committee ay manggagaling sa House of Representatives at Senate po. This group of people appointed for specific function, since sila po yung legislatures, sila ang may responsibility to oversee the implementation of this act for a period not exceeding 5 years from the effectivity. The committee shall compose of the chairman of the Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendments and Revision of Laws, 2 members thereof appointed by the Senate President, and the chairman of House Committee on Appropriations. 2 members thereof to be appointed by the Speaker of the House Representative. So, dito po, sinasabi lang po dito is yung mga ina-explain lang po dito yung mga appointed personnels na may responsibility for creation, implementation, and evaluation of a such act not exceeding for 5 years. Next slide tayo. So, ito naman po yung Joint Congressional Oversight Committee natin sa national. Ang chairman of Senate Committee on Constitutional Amendments and Revision of Laws ay si Senator Francis Pangilinan, while si Senator Risa Hontiveros naman ay ang minority leader. Dito sa right side, ito naman po yung ating mga Oversight Committee chairperson. For example, we have here Clean Water Act. At ang ating chairperson po ay si Senator Francis G. Escudero. Sa Power Commission naman po si Senator Sergio R. Osmeña III. Sa Agricultural and Fisheries Modernization naman ay si Senator Cynthia A. Villar. Next topic natin is Section 75, Implementing Rules and Regulations and in Standard Form. Within 60 days from the promulgation of this act, the necessary rules and regulations from the proper implementation of its provision shall be formulated by the GPPB jointly with the member of the Oversight Committee created under Section 74 hereof. Dito naman po, sinasabi na dapat within 60 days from the promulgation of the act, dapat ay ma-formulate na ng GPPB o Government Procurement Policy Board, and kasama na po yung mga members of the Oversight Committee created under Section 74, yung mga necessary rules and regulations for the proper implementation of its provision. Recall lang po natin yung purpose ng GPPB or the Government Procurement Policy. They were a principal body responsible for procurement policy formulation and the implementation and monitoring of effective public procurement reform, thereby promoting and achieving good governance in general and transparency, accountability, equity, effectivity, efficiency, and economy in government in particular. So, sa madaling sabi, kasama sila sa pag-interpret or pag-formulate ng tamang rules and regulations sa nagagamitin ng isang specific na committee. The said rules and regulations shall be approved by the President of the Philippines for a period not later than 30 days upon the approval of the implement rules and regulations. The standard forms of procurement shall be formulated and approved. So, after po mag-formulate ng rules and regulations ng GPPB at Joint Congressional Oversight Committee, ipapasa na nila ito sa Presidente ng Pilipinas para maaprubahan. So, kailangan maaprubahan na ng President ito nang hindi lalagpas sa 30 days upon the approval of the implementing rules and regulations. Tapos, kailangan yung standard forms o yung mga purposes ng documents like bidding documents ay stated o formulated doon. At kailangan talaga maaprubahan ng Presidente nang di lalagpas sa 30 days. Dito sa process na ito, may authority ang Presidente to use his veto power or not. Or if the President naman does not act on a proposed bill submitted by the Congress, it will lapse into law after 30 days or receipt. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng i-reject by the use of veto power ng Presidente, or kapag hindi naman umaksyon siya or walang ginawa yung Presidente ng lagpas or eksaktong 30 days, the proposed bill will lapse into law after 30 days of receipt.
Ang topic ko is Section 76, repealing clause. So, sabi, all laws, decrees, orders, resolutions, instructions, and rules and regulations or parts thereof which are inconsistent with this act are hereby deemed repealed or modified accordingly. So, sa repealing clause, yung purpose daw po ng repealing clause, if ever mayroong provision sa Republic Act which is 9184 na contrary sa Constitution, ang mangyayari is i-repealed. Ibig sabihin, hindi maaapektuhan yung entire document or legal document. Yung authority niya hindi maaapektuhan, i-repeal siya. Kapag walang repealing clause, kapag mayroong any provisions na contrary sa Constitution, mawawalan ng bisa yung buong legal document. For example, yung presidential decree, executive order, letter of instruction, administrative order, proclamation, charter, rules or regulation na contrary or inconsistent sa act which is yung 9184, i-repeal siya, imo-modify accordingly. So, iyon po yung repealing clause. Next is separability clause. So, separability clause, if any provision of this act is declared invalid or unconstitutional, the other provisions not affected thereby shall remain valid and subsisting. So, sa separability clause, yung example, kung mayroong section na labag sa batas, ang mangyayari, yung ibang provisions, mananatili pa rin siyang valid. Halimbawa, kung mayroong section sa provision na unconstitutional, yun lang yung aalisin or ihihiwalay from other provisions or legal document. So, next is effectivity clause. Yung effectivity clause sabi, this act shall take effect 15 days following its publication in the official gazette or in 2 newspaper of general circulation. So, yung effectivity clause, yung effectivity daw ng act, kailangan magkabisa siya ng 15 araw. Susundan siya ng publication sa official gazette. Once na na-approve siya, hindi pa effective, maghihintay pa ng 15 days at kailangan magkaroon ng general circulation sa official gazette. Kapag umabot ng 15 days pero one general circulation lang, hindi pa din siya effective. Kailangang hintayin ang pangalawang circulation para mag-take effect yung mismong law na ito, which is yung RA 9184.